The fight for 15 just got a major win. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. The fight for 15 just got a major win in Baltimore, where it has scored a victory that we need to all celebrate. The city council just passed a piece of legislation that will go to the mayor's office that will increase us to $15 an hour per hour by the year 2022. $15 an hour, as we know, is almost double what the national minimum wage is set at. The American employer can pay his employee as low as $7.25. But as that wage floor has stagnated amid years of inaction in Congress, and states have begun to push their own minimum wage to try to make people, able to feed themselves. After the ever-growing fight for 15 movement began putting the figure on the map, Seattle enacted the country's first $15 minimum wage. Shortly thereafter, there was California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, as well as Washington, D.C. Then the whole state of New York and California got in the game. But those victories have been concentrated in places with higher incomes and cost of living. The latest entrant into the movement is different. It's Baltimore City. Give it up for Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland, I should say. Baltimore, Maryland. On Monday, the Baltimore City Council once again pushed legislation that would increase its minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2022. This is great. This is fantastic. Now, here are the benchmarks. Currently, Maryland's minimum wage is $8.75 an hour. It's already set to rise to $10.10 by 2018. So the city would keep raising or rising after that, although companies with fewer than 50 employees are exempt. And unfortunately, people under 21 can't help you. You're exempt too. But here's the thing, guys. While we have the Mayor Catherine Pugh, and what they're going to make sure, well, what we're hoping is that she signs off on this, because she could veto it. Now, what's uncanny about that veto ability she has on this particular bill is that she pushed for $15 an hour during her campaign. So this would be a shoo-in, right? Like, if she ran on getting $15 an hour, it'd be like crazy to imagine that she would not sign this immediately, right? But you and I know not all the time do people's words match their rhetoric. So let's just hope Catherine Pugh does what she said she would do when she was looking for votes. Hey, Catherine Pugh, if you're watching, keep your word, sign the legislation, and let's get on with business, because this is what people need. This is a step forward. A little background on Baltimore as far as their money situation. Baltimore's economy lags behind many other cities. It has nearly 24% poverty. The median income is $42,241 a year, compared to $50,000 in LA, $71,000 in DC, and $80,000 in San Francisco. Big difference. So, folks, the people of Baltimore need this wage increase. We need the mayor of Baltimore to get on board, and we need to stand and rally behind it, because as we learned today with this horrible health care bill, if the people stand up and say, we want what we want and we will not be deterred, we will not be turned back, then politicians, they tend to listen. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. I see you on the next one. And like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread, and stay strong, stand tall.